Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. And in disinformation news, the Chinese government hasn't cracked encryption with quantum just yet. So here's what's going on. And actually, this is really interesting. And this was making waves in my community, the cybersecurity community, for a little bit of time here. And Craig Smith of Forbes had a really good write-up on this. Full disclosure, I also published with Forbes as well. So with that, let's talk about recent headlines, because recent headlines have proclaimed that Chinese scientists have hacked quote-unquote military-grade encryption using quantum computers. So obviously that's of huge concern to the entire planet, and also the speculation, that, well, we now have possibly weakened standards if the Chinese are that advanced. Here's the thing though, those claims basically stem from a recent South China Morning Post article about a Chinese academic paper published back in May that was essentially then picked up by much more serious publications. South China Morning Post, obviously a wing of the Chinese government, so propaganda galore, here we are. So, a closer examination actually revealed that while Chinese researchers have made incremental advances into quantum computing, this is a huge overstatement by essentially Chinese press, and obviously the rest of it picking it up and blowing it all over the world. So for that, let's talk about Dr. Eric Garcelle. He's the head of technical marketing at Classic, that is a quantum algorithm design company. And to quote Dr. Garcelle, factoring a 50-bit number using a hybrid quantum classical approach is a far cry from breaking military-grade encryption, end quote. In other words, military-grade encryption is way more than a 50-bit algorithm or hash, and so by virtue of that, boom, here we are. They just really haven't done it. So, while advancements have indeed been made, their progress represents incremental steps rather than a paradigm-shifting breakthrough that essentially makes our current cryptography obsolete. So they're not there. We're still secure. Jason Soroko, senior fellow at Sectigo, basically said the same thing. And I quote, "Quantum-resistant algorithms that we already currently work with from the recent NIST standardization are also resistant to quantum annealing," end quote. Meaning, as we are developing new encryption standards to essentially resist quantum computing, that which has enormous firepower to, let's say, attack and crack conventional encryption, we're already meeting that challenge, and NIST has been on the forefront, the National Institute of Standards and Technology. And so, on top of this, the Chinese paper in question, this is the one back from May, and it was entitled Quantum Annealing Public Key Cryptographic Attack Algorithm Based on D-Wave Advantage, nice light reading for the weekend. That paper does not actually mention military-grade encryption, which typically involves algorithms like AES, or Advanced Encryption Standard, which is on your phone, my phone, and a whole lot of other computers, as it's known good and has been basically NIST's go-to standard since about 2002 or so. So obviously this is a huge thing. Now, if you want more basically information on how to continue to protect yourself, the best thing you can honestly do is just follow NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, because as new encryption standards are rolling out, they're on the forefront of research, they're on the forefront of validation of these methodologies to essentially create standardization. It's why the NIST 800 framework is one of the gold standards for cybersecurity controls around the world, because it's literally ripped off by everybody, and that's kind of the point of that living document. So I'll leave it at that. Chinese intelligence, Chinese military, the Chinese have not broken standard encryption using quantum computing, no matter how much their propaganda claims it. So we're safe for now. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, where they are probably encrypting our data. At least I would hope so with AES. Same with YouTube. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.